Welcome. I hope you all are doing well. Today, we bring you a fascinating and mind-blowing story. This is not just a tale but a reality that will make you think deeply. So, let's dive into this amazing journey.
Section 9 of Slave Narratives, a folk history of slavery in the United States, from interviews with former slaves. Titus I. Bynes, Della Bess Hilyard, Taylor Gilbert. Titus I. Bynes. Titus B. Bynes, affectionately known as Daddy Bynes, is reminiscent of Harriet Beecher Stowe's immortal Uncle Tom and Joel Chandler Harris's inimitable Uncle Remus, with his white beard and hair surrounding a smiling black face. He was born in November 1846 in what is now Clarendon County, South Carolina. Both his father, Cuffy, and mother, Diana, belonged to Gabriel Floden, who owned 75 or 80 slaves, and was noted for his kindness to them. Bynes' father was a common laborer, and his mother acted in the capacity of chambermaid and spinner. They had 12 children, 7 boys: Abraham, Titus, Reese, Lawrence, Thomas, Billy, and Hamlet, and 5 girls: Charity, Chrissy, Fanny, Charlotte, and Violet. When Titus was 5 or 6 years of age, he was given to Floden's wife, who groomed him for the job of houseboy. Though he never received any education, Bynes was quick to learn. He could tell the time of day, and could distinguish one newspaper from another. He recalled an incident which happened when he was about 8 years of age, which led him to conceal his precociousness. One day, while writing on the ground, he heard his mistress's little daughter tell her mother that he was writing about water. Mistress Floden called him and told him that if he were caught writing again, his right arm would be cut off. From then on, his precociousness vanished. In regards to religion, Bynes can recall the Sunday services very vividly, and he tells how the Negroes who were seated in the gallery first heard a sermon by the white minister, and then after these services they would gather on the main floor and hear a sermon by a Negro preacher. Bynes served in the Civil War with his boss, and he can remember the regiment camp between Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina. His mistress would not permit Bynes to accompany his master to Virginia to join the Hampton Legion on the grounds that it was too cold for him, and thus ended his war days. When he was 20 years of age, his father turned him loose. Young Bynes rented 14 acres of land from Arthur Harvin and began farming. In 1868, he left South Carolina and came to Florida. He settled in Enterprise, now Benson Springs, Volusia County, where he worked for J.C. Hayes, a farmer, for 1 year, after which he homesteaded. He next became a carpenter, and, as he says himself, "as a jack of all trades, and a master of none." He married shortly after coming to Florida, and is the father of 3 sons. "As my wife told me," he adds with a twinkle in his eye. His wife is now dead. He was prevailed upon while very ill to enter the Titusville Poor Farm, where he has been for almost 2 years. Della Bess Hilyard, Aunt Bess. Della Bess Hilyard, or Aunt Bess, as she is better known, was born in Darlington, South Carolina, in 1858, the daughter of Rizier and Sylphie Hart, slaves of Gus Heward's. Both her parents were cotton pickers, and as a little girl, Della often went with her parents into the fields. One day she stated that the Yankees came through South Carolina with knapsacks on their shoulders. It wasn't until later that she learned the reason. When asked if she received any educational training, Aunt Bess replied in the negative, but stated that the slaves on the Hybert's plantation were permitted to pick what education they could without fear of being molested. No one bothered, however, to teach them anything. In regard to religion, Aunt Bess said that the slaves were not told about heaven. They were told to honor their masters and mistresses, and of the damnation which awaited them for disobedience. After slavery, the Hart family moved to Georgia, where Della grew into womanhood, and at an early age married Caleb Bess, by whom she had 2 children. After the death of Bess, about 15 years ago, Aunt Bess moved to Fort Pierce, Florida. While there, she married Lonnie Hilyard, who brought her to Titusville, where she now resides, a relic of bygone days. Taylor Gilbert. Taylor Gilbert was born in Shellman, Georgia, 91 years ago, of a colored mother and a white father. "Which is why I am so white," he adds. He has never been known to have passed as white, however, in spite of the fact that he could do so without detection. David Ferguson bought Jacob Gilbert from Dr. Gilbert as a husband for Emily, Taylor's mother. Emily had 9 children, 2 by a white man, Francis and Taylor, and 7 by Jacob, only 3 of whom Gilbert remembers, Getty, Rena, and Annis. 2 of these children were sent to school, while the others were obliged to work on the plantation. Emily, the mother, was the cook and washwoman, while Jacob was the butler. Gilbert, a good-sized lad when slavery was at its height, recalls vividly the cruel lashings and other punishments meted out to those who disobeyed their master or attempted to run away. It was the custom of slaves who wished to go from one plantation to another to carry passes in case they were stopped as suspected runaways. Frequently slaves would visit without benefit of passes, and as a result they suffered severe torturing. Often the sons of slaves owners would go nigger hunting, and nothing, not even murder, was too horrible for them to do to slaves caught without passes. They justified their fiendish acts by saying, "The nigger tried to run away when told to stop." Gilbert cannot remember when he came to Florida, but he claims that it was many years ago. Like the majority of Negroes after slavery, he became a farmer, which occupation he still pursues. He married once, but "my wife got to messing around with another man, so I sent her home to her mother." He can be found in Miami, Florida, where he may be seen daily hobbling around on his cane.
This was today's story. I hope you liked it. If this story touched your heart, be sure to share it with others. We look forward to your valuable feedback. Until then, take care and keep us in your prayers. Goodbye.